Namaste. A warm welcome to the patrons of the National Council for Traditional Arts, and a warm hug from Chicago to my dear friends, family members, fans, well-wishers, and my dear fellow artists from across the United States and all over the world. I am Saraswathi Ranganathan. I'm a passionate practitioner of this Southern Indian ancient acoustic instrument called Saraswathi veena, or simply the veena. This in here is the resonator. This instrument is made out of jackfruit wood, one-piece jackfruit wood. And these are all the 4 strings on top and 3 sympathetic strings. There are 24 scalloped frets. And these are the traditional wooden tuning pegs. This is the lap gourd that I just use it to rest on my lap. And this is the dragon face. It's sort of like the gargoyle of the veena to protect the veena. So the art form that I practice that has been handed over in my musical lineage from my great-grandfather and earlier is called Carnatic music. My mom taught me this music. It's also called Manodharma Sangeetam in Sanskrit, meaning there's a lot of emphasis on improvisational music. So what's special about the sound of the veena? Well, while it can be used for a variety of genres, it's primarily used for Carnatic music. I wanted to show you some of the nuances that you can see. Let's say, for example, you take a major scale that you might be familiar with. So these are the plain notes. So if I veena-ize it, or sort of add a gamakam or a bend, so here's how it sounds. So you see that it brings out a different feel to just these notes. So there is an emotive element. Speaking of which, that's a fundamental aspect of Carnatic music, and it's called raga. So what does a raga mean? Well, it's just technically a set of notes, just like I showed you. It also brings out the emotive aspect. So I believe the intent of my art form is to actually get the artist closer to their own self. So to get me closer to the goodness and light within me, so that I can share it, so that I can bring it out through this instrument, all the melodic, emotive, rhythmic, technical aspects. So make it a wholesome listening experience so that I'm able to share that light and goodness with my audience, with the community with whom I share all of this. So that is sort of my mission, which comes out as one stage, one music, one community, where I try to bring in a diverse cross-cultural audience to listen to a sound mosaic with other musical genres. Through my band, multicultural band, Surabhi Ensemble, I get Middle Eastern Makam sounds, some flamenco sounds, some Spanish guitar sounds, West African rhythm sounds, and then Northern Indian rhythm, Southern Indian rhythm. So all of that makes for a multicultural, cohesive sound mosaic, so that the people across the stage, they are able to actually see this diversity that is existing peacefully. So it sort of serves my life mission of less fear, less hate, more love, so that we can all live as one family. So how does raga music get universal in that context is what I was trying to say. So because raga helps with emotion. So my goal as an instrumentalist is to try to bring out this emotive aspect through this instrument. While I do that traditionally, I also try to bring out some of the traditional elements and also the rhythmic and instrumental technique aspect of it. So I try to bring in all of these, plus my influence from these other cultural collaborations that I have been doing for the past several years. So that's what I have tried to present through the song And the raga Kathanakuthoohalam means an enthusiastic narrative. That's what you're going to be listening. It's Raghuvamsa, composed by Patnam Subramanya Iyer in Aditalam, or an 8-beat cycle. So I chose to present this song because all around the world we're now seeing hope, we're seeing renewal, we're seeing positive energy because we have a cure, we have a vaccine. So I wanted to reflect that sort of a mood, the positive energy and uplifting enthusiasm. So that's why I chose this song. I hope you're able to see some of the traditional elements that I've brought in, as well as some of the cross-cultural influences that I've had over the years. I hope you enjoyed. One of the things that people ask me is about the pandemic and what impact it had. To me, the most that I missed was the live audience aspect of it. I missed the live energy of the audience. So on the flip side of it was that I started getting more introspective, and I also started to reach out to fellow artists, fellow entrepreneurs, so that I could engage our local businesses. So one of the things that I did was, actually for the first time, I got myself some merchandise made. I just gave the idea to this lady called Larissa Raleigh, and she made a veena mask for me. That's a hand embroidered veena mask. And I also got a veena scarf, or a veena sarong. So this is a real photograph that we took on one of the coldest days in Chicago, and that's the frozen lake you see, and that's me with the veena, and this is the Chicago skyline. This is right by the lake. So I got this as a veena scarf. So there's some of the creative things that I did. And I also kind of delved deeper into the ragas and understood more about the healing power of ragas. And I shared it along with some immunity boosting food. So I shared this in social media through the course of the lockdown. I hope you're able to enjoy the music that I'm going to be presenting. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Namaste.